Okay, so going back, okay, so we have here, mapapansin nyo, so each room, so we have your ducting. Ito yung ducting natin. So, yan yung air conditioning ducting natin, supplying dito, supplying doon, then supplying here. So, that will be your ducting. Now, mapapansin nyo, we have this number. So, that is 40 CFM. So, 40 CFM, that is stands for yung volume flow rate. So, CFM, that is yung 40 CFM. So, that is stands for 40 cubic feet per minute. Okay? So, that is the design requirement ng air mo sa room in order to palamigin yung space. So, ito ay lahat ng distribution na ito ay nanggaling lahat doon sa air handling unit, which is yung ito yon. Okay? Now, mapapansin nyo, we have 40, 40, 40, 40. So, ilang 40 ito. Okay. So, this is all sum up. So, yung ducting natin, usually, if we have spaces from here, branches, okay, we have your diffuser. So, this is your air diffuser. Nalang natin, air diffuser. Air diffuser. So, kung tatlong rooms yan. So, kung halimbawa ito ay nag-require ng 40 CFM and this one is 40 CFM. And then this one is another 40 CFM. Okay. So, yung volume flow rate mo dito, so that will be 40 plus 40. So, continuity equation, so that is already 120 CFM. Okay. Then, dito, pagdating mo naman dito, ang volume flow rate mo, so that is less 40, so 80 CFM na yun dito. So, pabawas. So, we assume lahat ng hangin, if you pag dumaan sa mga air grill or branches, so we'll try to assume na lahat yan are well distributed. So later that will be well distributed and controlled by ma-adjust by means of using a damper in order to achieve yung desired volume flow rate. So later that will be later on sa testing and commissioning na siya papasok. So that will be testing and commissioning papasok. In testing and commissioning. So, dito pumapasok kung dito na yung time na na i-measure niyo or i-balance niyo lahat ng branches in order to achieve yung desired volume flow rate. Okay? Then, so 40, 80, so this is already the same also na iwan sa 40 CFM. So, that will be well distributed doon sa bawat branches. So, makikita nyo, there will be a damper here. Or yung tinatawag na BCD. So, BCD stands for your volume control damper. Okay. So, makikita mo yun siya dito. So, you will hear, makikita nyo yun. Yan siya. BCD. Okay. Then, we have another BCD here. BCD na ito. BCD na ito. BCD na ito. Yan. 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 So, that is your BCD. So, the main purpose of BCD is to limit or to control how much air is flowing here. So, kung wala ka kasi BCD, usually the travel of air tuloy-tuloy na lang and little amount will be passed on doon sa bawat isang site. So, if you have BCD, there is a hindrance or para mahinto yung distribution from ilan lang ang pwede mong i-allow, parang katulad din ng gripo, no? So we have your faucet, so we can control how much is the volume of air passing going here. So ganun ang purpose ng BCD. So we can limit and control how much of air is passing doon sa bawat size na yun. So sa mga pansin niyo, we have here yung CFM. So kung ilan yung we have nagbabago yung size ng duct nyo. So that is because makikita nyo dito malaki pa. That is because na malaki pa ang requirement niya from simula doon sa usually kung ilan to 40, 40, 40, 40. This is all 40. So nagbabari siya depending on the design requirement niya. So katulad na nito. So let's say let's do example yung kanina. So if we have this one is 120 CFM. So resuming, so we have here tulad ng kanina, we have 40 CFM. This one is another 40 CFM. This is 40 CFM. 40 CFM. So overall we have a total of volume flow rate of 120 CFM. So the size of the duct here. So for a sample, we have a velocity of so we have a velocity of 8 meters per second. So that is equivalent to 26.2 feet per second. So that is a given. So usually in different applications, so different amount of velocity. So hanapin nyo na lang ito sa ASHRAE, yung different type of application ASHRAE. So different type of velocity, so different type of applications sa mga ducting. So usually especially pag yung mga hotel rooms, so dapat hindi masyadong mabilis ang velocity, because once na nagkaroon ng bilis ang velocity ng air mo, it will produce a sound vibration, and that is not comfortable para sa mga nagre-renta ng space kung maingay yung ducting mo. So kung piga yung ducting mo, that is the time that it produces a jet flow. So once there is a jet flow, nagkakaroon ng humming sound. Okay. So we have now velocity of 26 feet per second. Now ang ducting natin, so makikita nyo sa mall, that is it's either we have two types of duct. Yung ducts natin, so duct natin can be classified into circular and rectangular. So we have yung mga disadvantage ng bawat ito. So ng isa, ang circular usually madalas siyang ginagamit sa mga open spaces kasi maganda siyang tignan. So yung one na nakikita nyo yun sa budget, okay, budget Home Depot, dyan sa San Pedro, they use a circular circular duct, but sack naman siya. Okay, yung circular also nakikita nyo dyan sa mall ng Robinson sa second floor, yung kainan, mayroong circular duct dyan. So mas maganda siyang tingnan kumpara sa rectangular duct. So that is one way for beautification. So circular duct. Now, ang disadvantage of using circular duct, it consumes more spaces compare sa rectangular duct. So rectangular duct kasi you can adjust the length, height, and width. Yung height niya you can adjust depending on the requirement doon sa ceiling mo. Especially kasi yung ceiling natin are composed of parang kasi minsan kasi kung sa sectional view ng ceiling mo, meron ka mga slab na ganyan, flooring, makikita rin yung mga flooring. Okay? If you have limited spaces ng kung ito yung false ceiling, this is your false ceiling FC. So you have limited spaces. So katulad nga sinabi ko kanina, so if you have limited spaces nung ceiling natin, usually yung duct natin, it will travel like this if you have limited spaces. Usually we have bends from here, it will be fabricated bend papunta doon, then ganyan na naman another bend from here. Okay, so usually ganyan na nangyari in actual actual site condition. So usually yung air will be traveling from here going there in order to achieve yung mga beam, kasi usually beam malalaki yan in terms of construction, especially malalaki yung mga project, so malalaki rin yung beam. So mechanical duct natin are the one who is going to adjust, so you can adjust the height, yung niya, pwede mo siyang, kung ang design niya nung una is yung kalaki, you can adjust the usually that is also equivalent volume flow rate, no? Pag pinilapara mo yun siya, so ang volume flow rate niya are equal, so yung size niya lang ang nagbago. Okay, so in order to compute yung how much is the volume flow rate, okay, to size yung duct yung 120 cfm, so we have your equation, your Q from your thermodynamics, and also your physics, we have the equation your area times the velocity. So kung yung area mo, we have your length, this is your height and this is your width. So yung area mo, which is equal to your height times your width times your velocity. So for example here, we can give it up. Usually ang dapat ay bibigay nyo na height ng duct, which is yung tinatawag na fabricatable. So the height the height of the duct ay the dimensions, let's say the dimensions of the duct must be fabricatable, must be fabricatable. Yeah. So let's say here we have the height, let's say 6 inches. Okay, 6 inches. So let's get a height of 6 inches. Hindi pala, 1 feet na lang. Let's say let's give the size of 1 feet. So since ang unit natin is in terms of English, so let's give the height of 1 feet, 1 foot. Then yung width natin is unknown. Okay, then we have your velocity, which is we have the velocity, which is ilang 26.2 feet per second. So ang volume flow rate natin, which is 120 cubic feet per minute. Okay, so from here we can adjust the equation, so we can solve it through transmission. So we have now your width, so that will be 120 cubic feet per minute divided by 1 foot times 26.2 feet per second. Okay, then since it is in seconds sa baba, we have to convert this one. So 1 minute, okay, is 60 sec to get the width. Okay, then we have now your width, kung ilan. So we have 0.076 foot. So let's say this is yan, para mabiyo natin, so that we convert it natin sa inches. So 1 foot is 12 inches multiplied by 12, so it is equivalent to 0.916 inches. So this type of duct o 0.91. This is very small, that is less than, ito yung sinasabi ko nga eh. So this is less than 1 inches, napakaliit masyado. So this is yung sinasabi ko na sa inyo na class na hindi siya fabricatable, so hirap siya gawain. So in terms of ano yan, tawag dito, pag dating sa site, magrereklamo kaagad yung mga fabricator, sabi, anong size ang sukat ito, bakit point something. Okay, yun yung nangyayari, yung dapat na maisip ninyo na hindi hirap siyang gawain. Okay, so kung gano'n yan, nahirap siyang gawain ng ganyan size, so you're going to adjust again. So we're going to assume a height again. So let's say the 1 foot. So kung 1 foot, gawin natin na lang siyang so kung you have your 120 cubic feet per minute, so let's assume this is let's say kung 1 foot, so gawin na lang natin na 0.5 feet. So that is almost half, di ba? W, we have 26.2 feet per second. So multiply na natin ito na 1 minute, so we have 60 sec. So we have ilan to? We have your width, which is 0.15 feet. So this is equivalent to ilan sa inches? So times 12. Oh, this is also equal to 1 inches almost, or 2 inches. 2 inches. So napakaliit talaga. 1 inches, 2 inches. So we'll try to liitan pa uli yung height natin. So again, we assume palitan na natin ng ibang value. So kung this is 0.5, so let's try to change this one to kahit mga ano lang siguro. So this is a form of trial and error class. Okay, so let's say this is so let's put 4 inches. So usually 4 inches sobrang na rin maliit kung 4, mga 5, so 0.5, so 12 times 2. Okay, so masyado pa na mabilis ang velocity natin. Let's try to lower down the velocity. So kung gawin lang muna natin ng 4 meters per second, we can achieve yung so that is 8 meters per second. I'm going to convert that one. That is 8 meters per second. It's 26 point. So we try to lower, since this is not a fabricatable na dimension. So let's try to lower the velocity. So gawin na lang natin muna, let's try to make it 5 meter per second. So that is 16.4. Okay, so let's try to lower this one. Gawin natin ng 16.4. So let's make this one to 16.4. So tignan natin kung anong magiging dimensions natin. So masyado pa rin maliit. Decrease pa natin. So decrease the velocity to 3 meters per second. So we have 9.8. Masyado pa rin maliit pala ito. So ito na yung sinasabi ko, class, that we need to adjust 9.8. So this is 9.8 feet per second. Tama ba? Okay. So we have this is equivalent to 0.408. So 0.408 multiplied by 12 in order to convert it in inches. So we have 4.896. So this is equivalent to 5 inches. So this is 6 inches. So yung dimensions ng duct natin, it will be size so we have your width plus, so you have your width of 5 inches. So round off na natin yan. So hindi na po pwede na lakihan, ano yun mo pa yan, na gawin mong decimal places yan. May inis lang sa inyo yung fabricator. So sabi to si engineer, puro decimal places ang binibigay sa akin. So it is not advisable na if you will be putting a 4.896, so round it up to the nearest 100, nearest whole number. So yung height natin, it will be 0.5, so that will be, will be 6 inches. Okay. So yan yung sinasabi ko sa inyo, class, that the ducting should be fabricatable. So una, nagbigay ako ng velocity, which is yung 8 meters per second. So as we go along the computation, so nakita ninyo na those sizes na nakuha natin from initial were not fabricatable. Ang hirap gawain. So it will be kumbaga parang in actual, hindi siya hindi siya kayang gawain. Pero kayang gawain siya, pero it means that yung fabricator may hirapan na i-estimate ng ganoong kaliit ng duct. Okay? So yan yung kadalasan ng pagkakaiba when you're doing the design and doing the implementation sa project.